Hello, hello, and welcome to You Are the Miracle. I am Shan Kramer. This is my better half.
Donald Kramer. Hello, everyone.
And we love to come out here on Sunday nights and just give you some new ideas, some new things to ponder, especially as we go into a new week. And tonight, I want to talk about a really challenging question for you to consider. Were you born to lead?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Actually, I think everybody was born to lead.
Ooh,
Most won't recognize it.
I like that. What makes you say that?
We're all leaders.
We should be.
We're creators.
How many people are standing in the back of the line, though, hoping nobody sees them?
And a lot of them are sitting in the bleachers on their hands,
That's true.
trembling.
That's true.
I can't be a leader, but you can be a leader.
Well, and here's the thing. If you look around right now, you look at the state of the world, the state of our country, our states, our neighborhoods. Oh my goodness, there's so many things that just seem to be out of whack. And, we sit around and we wait for the next election cycle and we think something's going to change. Has it changed anytime recently?
No,
You tried to change things.
I did try to do some things, yes. Long time ago.
That's right, but it was a gallant attempt with you running for governor in North Carolina. I
Mhm.
mean, we got to see up close and personal just how broken the system is. And so, if we can't count on people that we're going and electing to create change, it's like, who can we count on? Who does have the ability to lead change? Because that's the kind of leaders we need. You guys have heard us talk about We Care Partnerships Network. We're all about putting God back into society. Is it time to do that?
Oh, it's past time.
Oh,
Past time.
oh my word. And it's just it's interesting, but I'll tell you what's even more interesting. The more we talk to people around the country, we're finding that more and more people are feeling like it's time to create new communities. New communities, some people call them intentional communities, but you can call it whatever kind of community you want. But people that come together with a common purpose, a common mission, a common goal, or a common belief and value system. That might even be more important in some ways.
Yes.
And, when you can bring a group of people together in community with a common value system, that means you have the ability to start brainstorming according to those values on how you can create new solutions, create new change. Diana Powell, of course, community leader. That's what we're talking about,
right.
right?
You just realized she was there. She's been there
I
for a couple
love it.
minutes.
I love it. Well, the fact of the matter is that right now we're feeling in our hearts and in our spirits that it is time to find more people that we would call We Care community leaders. People like Diana Powell who know how to bring people together and get them engaged in problem solving activities for their communities. Because Diana was one of the amazing people that went to Washington, D.C. with us a number of years ago. And the reason we went was to try to show people out there on the National Mall that there were women in our communities who were taking the bull by the horns and saying, you know what? I'm not waiting for anybody to solve some of these problems. I'm going to help solve some of these problems. Diana is a great example of doing that in the Raleigh, North Carolina area.
Yep. She is a leader.
She is a leader. There is no doubt about it. But We Care community leaders is something that we have developed where we can train people in a number of arenas to be able to be prepared to be able to step into their community and make a difference. Part of that is being able to help people identify what is, I call it your heart song. Some people will call it purpose. Some people will call it mission. Oh my goodness, Pam Bailey's here tonight. Yes, absolutely. Maui would have been a great place to be able to have problem solving teams that could have helped in the community, and they probably still need that. So yeah, I'm totally with this kind of idea. We need more people who can help people identify those purposes, who can help bring together people who have a similar purpose, heart song, value. It's all important. Another part of our training is what we call the hope process, where we really help people get connected to their heart. You know, let's talk about honesty. Let's talk about being open. Let's talk about pure love and the very essence of our soul. These are all things that are so important for We Care community leaders and just community leaders in general to be able to really grasp. Because one of the things we did while we were in Raleigh was we started bringing together people who had similar purpose, passion, and mission. We would bring them together in teams and get them brainstorming about how they could create a solution, how they could make an impact in their community. And it is so important for more of that activity to be happening now. Now, I mean, I feel it in my spirit. You probably feel it in yours. You just might not know what it is you're feeling.
That's true.
You know, part of the training that we've developed is to help people understand how to facilitate problem solving teams. If you've never heard of this idea before, I learned it in corporate America. It was all about getting those like-minded people together to be able to brainstorm and figure out, you know, let's get to the root cause of this problem. I get tired of all these politicians and others who want to tell you what the problem is. No, most of them haven't gotten their feet wet in the problem enough to know what the problem is. More people who are closer to the problem understand what's going on there. They're the ones that should be coming together and figuring out how to solve problems. And I know Ms. Diana's been doing this kind of stuff for years. It needs to be replicated. It needs to be happening in communities all across this country at this point in time. So helping people to get into that brainstorming process and understand the root causes of some of the challenges that we're going through, and then being able to brainstorm. You know, I love that whole concept of brainstorming because the Bible tells us when two or more come together in my name, I am there also. We need God in the middle of these brainstorming circles. We have to invite God in. We have to say, we're asking for your help. That's how we're going to solve some of these problems at the community level. And wow, Maggie, all right, our We Care people, our women leading from the heart are showing up tonight. This is awesome. So yes, we're working on spreading this idea. The ladies that went with us to Washington know exactly what we're talking about. We're in Ohio right now, and we're looking for community leaders here. We're going to be looking for community leaders all over the country who want to learn the basic processes that we've developed and we've been teaching people out here on the road, because it is time. The good Lord said it is time for the people to stand up and be the problem solvers, because, you know, Jesus never told us to wait for him. He said, follow me.
When they were on the boat on the sea and it was really stormy, all his disciples were scary.
Oh my, yes.
And he actually told them, what did he tell them?
You tell them.
I'll tell them, you can do what I'm doing.
And more.
You're powerful, folks. You are powerful.
Absolutely. And we got all these powerful women showing up here tonight. I'm so excited. So yes, we have the ability to lead the change, and it's time for more people to stand up and do that. We're asking if you know anybody who is willing to work with us to learn some of the problem solving techniques, being able to help people understand what that purpose is that God has put in their heart, so that you can get those like-minded groups together. when we were in Raleigh, we had a group that wanted to help single moms. We had a group that wanted to help seniors, a group that wanted to help youth, a group that wanted to help veterans. We had all these groups that were coming together and brainstorming about A, what is the root cause of some of these problems? And B, what can we, the people who are closest to those problems, do to start to solve things?
I can say the people closest to the problem can solve it a lot more than these politicians that are far away.
It is the truth. It is true. And Pam says, yeah, what has happened to community? Well, a lot has happened to keep us separated, to keep us in our silos, to keep us competing against each other, to keep us, just in a space of constantly being separated from each other. And, that's why we're on the road. We're encouraging people coming together. We're encouraging, helping people to understand the power that we have. And, you said it. You're right on target, honey. Jesus said, you can do all I can do and more.
That's right.
And it's time to take that seriously, folks, because it ain't getting any better out here. And we can sit and just twiddle our thumbs, or we can say, no, I am the miracle. You are the miracle. And we're looking for people who want to get more engaged in this process. Right now, we're in Ohio, and it's a great place to be. And we're working on some very cool things here. But, that's why we live in an RV these days, so that we can go anywhere where there's people who are interested in hearing what we're talking about. We want to be speaking in churches, and I can be speaking in churches in Raleigh just as easily as out here somewhere in Ohio or Florida or wherever else we go. So if you know of any places that are open to hearing our message is you are the miracle we're waiting for. And every single person who watches this video is a miracle created by God, a miracle. Many of us have, said, hey, I'm here to follow Jesus. If that's the case, then follow him now. Don't wait. It's time. It's time. And, we know there's people out here who are ready and willing to go through some training and get ready, because I think there's some more changes coming down the path real soon, and I intend to be ready for it. Do you?
We just need people to step up,
become the We Care community leaders that we know are available. And it doesn't have to be under the banner of We Care. That's another thing we found out. We're partnered with a charity called the Hope Institute out of Reedville, Virginia. And what we're doing with the Hope Institute is we're saying, okay, so We Care is like a ministry that is supporting other ministries. So Hope is a ministry that we're supporting. This place we're at right now is called the Age Regenerative Farm. It's a ministry that we're supporting. Right. We've got one in Indiana called the Universal Ideal Society that we're supporting. So we're out here supporting different ministries in different places and putting people in place to lead the change we're looking for. So if you like what we're saying in this video, please like it, comment on it, share it. And above all, if you know anybody who has it in their spirit somewhere that they might have been born to lead, and they might not even know it yet. We didn't for a long time.
That's true.
So they might not even know yet that they were born to lead. But I promise you, God is tapping on the shoulder of a lot of people right now saying, I need you to get up and lead. And we're here to help train those leaders. We're here to help speak in churches and organizations, to help find the people who are having that little tap on their shoulder. And it's time, folks. It's time. Yes, shine the light on truth and God. Thank you, yes. Thank you. Well, it is awesome. Oh, and Maggie Bergeser. Wow, we've had a crowd here tonight, honey.
Yes, we have.
Who knew that 9 o'clock was a good time to do a podcast?
You mean you ladies aren't watching football?
That's it. The guys are all watching football. The ladies are like, no.
Hey, what am I doing?
Well, I'm very proud of you. You're not watching football right now. We're here to do God's work, and all of you are too. We know everybody who stopped by tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so share this video around, and let's get busy creating those community-based leaders that we know we all need. Love y'all. And I say a prayer for every single one of you. So thank you. We'll see you again next Sunday. Have a great week.
Have a blessed week.